Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Half Hour of Power. I am Joe. Brandon is here.
Yo, Joe. What do you know?
Brandon,
Yeah,
I've not liked this show thus far,
I hate the show.
and we just finished episode 5, and I
Yeah,
think this episode made me hate the show even more. I didn't think that was possible. I just I just don't get it. Um,
yeah.
Episode 5. How many episodes are left?
Three. Three are left. And
In
I'll
this episode, Brandon, I had to pause it and back it up to see if I'd seen something correctly.
what?
I know. I know. And I was just no. I couldn't believe it. I saw that. But here we are. Episode 5 of one of the greatest things ever written, one of the greatest things ever put before camera, one of the best acted and scripted things, one of the greatest set designs of all time. I mean, H.R. Geiger is just really jealous from his grave. He's upset and jealous. The creatures in this, Ray Harryhausen is like freaking out about how great they are. I mean, even James Cameron has made comments about how he is envious of how this show looks. And now he's going to have to raise the bar with the next Avatar movie. So we're probably going to
What?
have to wait another
Whoa,
10
whoa,
years.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Um,
What are you? What movie or show you talking about?
I'm talking about The Acolyte, one of the greatest things ever made, ever in all time. I mean, the whole reason that there is movies and television. Um, isn't that what everybody thinks, Brandon? Or
If everybody thinks that, then they're dumbish. They dumb. They just dumb.
well, it's kind of toxic of you, isn't it? Just to say people are
Hey,
dumb because they like something.
hey, hey. If somebody can put a video out and say that, I can say it too.
Well, I am sorry, everyone, for Brandon's toxicity. I have nothing but praise and love and goodwill for this show. I mean, I just watched one of the most amazing spectacle. Oh, oh, I couldn't keep that up, Brandon. I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit there. I couldn't keep doing it. My body was reacting against
I thought
what
you
I
was.
was saying. My body was just like, you need to stop it right now, or we're going to make you vomit right now. Stop.
I
So,
thought you was
whew.
possessed. I did. I thought you was possessed.
Oh man. Okay. So we are on episode 5, right? What is episode 5 about? Are you ready for this, Brandon? You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. In a dense jungle, the Jedi are put to the test when they confront a rising darkness. That's not what it's about. It's about a bunch of inept, idiotic, moronic Jedi, non force using Jedi, non midichlorian count having Jedi I've ever seen in Star Wars. Some of the most least force sensitive Jedi ever that I've ever seen. And maybe you've seen more, Brandon. You've read the expanded universe stuff that Disney said doesn't exist anymore. Is there any Jedi anywhere that are more inept and least sensitive to the Force and their surroundings than these Jedi?
No, no, there's not.
This is the worst.
This
So
is this is the most laziest Jedi's I ever seen, and not even coordinated. You know, the whole point of them having force, they have force sensitivity. So they can kind of I can't say it. They react quicker than a normal person will. Definitely why they wielding their lightsaber. And what I seen today was just fluff action, nothing to, and not no one to use the force. Not
So, okay, so hold on a second. Now, before the series aired, there was a little bit of a kerfluffle where I don't remember who exactly said it, but somebody associated with the making of this show said they were going to make a Jedi lightsaber fight better than the one in Phantom Menace.
they did.
Do you remember that?
No.
So a lot of people were upset by that, and it's just like I can see why they're upset, but it's like, all right, if you guys think you can do that, go right ahead. We ought to have at least a decent Jedi lightsaber fight in the show. Then maybe that's the only thing that will be. Here comes the lightsaber fight. I think this is what they were talking about. This was one of the most boring lightsaber fights I've ever seen.
I mean, it's. I'm not gonna lie. I had to eat my words. One, I didn't think it was gonna be a lightsaber battle.
Oh,
So,
that's right. You thought it was going to be off screen, which I can't blame you for thinking that.
well, I mean, at the beginning when it first came on, I thought it was because I was like, "What happened to everybody?"
Yes, they're mostly already dead because they're stupid and inept.
Yeah. So that's why I was kind of like, well, "Oh, well, I was right." And then I seen it. I was like, "Okay, I was wrong. I was wrong," but it was
Yeah.
so disappointing.
The
Very.
lightsaber fight, the very first lightsaber fight we ever got in Star Wars, was better than this,
You're right.
where Obi-Wan faces Darth Vader. There was more there. And by the time that happened, the audience was really invested in these characters and going on and felt for Obi-Wan and Luke watching and how he couldn't do anything. And I don't know. That was just better. The stakes seemed higher to me in that one.
Well, they did a fan. See, this is where you come with actual Star Wars fandom, like fans.
Yeah.
They actually took the original cut and did the fight scene with Darth Vader and Old Ben Kenobi, and it blew up across the internet because they added, a lot more crazier fight scenes, the flipping and stuff like that between these two fighting, and it looked awesome and it looked good with the movie. They didn't take anything away from it. They didn't try to add, a different type of storyline. They just made the fight sequence look very, very cool, like it was Revenge of the Sith type fighting.
Yeah. So
It looked
now,
pretty good.
now, correct me if I'm wrong, Brenda, but my understanding of the original thought behind the lightsabers is they were heavier.
That was heavier.
Yeah, so if you watch that one, like Obi-Wan is fighting two-handed with the lightsaber. He's holding it with both
Oh,
hands.
because there's
And I think Darth Vader was fighting the same way, and then later on they decided that maybe they're not quite as if I
it,
remember right, because I study the making of the films. I study the making of films as we talk about, rather than going deep into behind um I'm saying, expanded universe lore. So if I remember that right, their first, and this was the very first one, the very first movie, so there was a lot that wasn't there yet.
yeah.
That the very first concept was that these were a bit heavier weapons. Now,
So what they was talking about was well, the actual lightsabers that the actors was holding was a little bit heavy because they actually had a cord in it.
well, yeah, but I mean they actually I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the in the movie itself. They felt like they were heavy.
Well, it's the stance that they was using.
Yeah.
Because Lucas wanted to have like more of a traditional samurai type fight,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
so it
Because
made it that.
I've actually talked to people who don't like that fight at all. Like, okay, because they didn't grow up with that one. They grew up with the prequels, where there's
Yeah.
more. I mean, I don't know. That lightsaber fight in Phantom Menace is just spectacular, and I feel like that had more. that was better. There was more at stake there. I felt the same way about the Revenge of the Sith lightsaber fight there at the very end.
Well,
I
George
thought that
Lucas.
was fantastic.
Well, George Lucas did explain why the original three, the reason why the lightsaber battles wasn't as good as it was in the prequels is because you had a Asian Jedi and you had a older. I mean, Vader was half machine, so
Oh
he
no,
that.
the lightsaber fight in Jedi is fantastic. I
What we
mean,
found,
also the Empire Strikes Back, of course, but I think that Luke was doing some one-handed stuff in
well,
Empire, so I think it changed. They changed after they finished the first movie.
well, it was mostly it was just the thing was father and son. I mean, Luke wasn't really trained with the lightsaber, really.
Yeah, I mean those are so much all the so are we saying, at least I think so anyway, but do you think so that all the lightsaber fights in the first 6 movies are all better than the one the Acolyte?
Yes. Actually, if you notice, a lot of those lightsabers in majority of the Star Wars franchise, they all look different. Each Jedi have a specific looking lightsaber that you can know, hey, that's so and so's lightsaber. Obi-Wan Kenobi's, Luke Skywalker, Anakin, so on and so forth. I'm looking at the show and all of them have the same exact lightsabers.
Yeah. Yeah. So it starts out like you said, half of the Jedi are dead. We get to see him like force pull. He stabs one Jedi in the torso and force pulls another Jedi into the end of that and kills
That,
him. Like I'm like that.
that was stupid. That
Like
was
okay, that looks cool, but how is this one dude?
stupid.
I mean, he must be the most amazing Sith Lord of all time.
No, he's not
Ever,
a Sith.
because
He's not a Sith Lord.
because he was even able to force push all those Jedi with like the flick of his fingers. Poof.
And he can block sabers. He can disable
He
sabers.
could do that, and he has these magic gauntlets on his wrists that he can block sabers with. But I guess he only gets one block with those because they fell off. Did I
I
see that right?
On one arm it did.
Okay, and then the whole bit where it looked to me at first glance, I had to back it up to look at it again, but like he ran over to the Jedi and pushed their buttons and turned off the lightsabers.
Yeah, it he
So
it's
but
just
you pointed out to me that he just chopped the tops of their.
yeah, he chopped the tops of their lightsabers.
So now I kind of wonder now. Couldn't he just stand there and like push the button to their lightsabers with the force and like turn them
If
off?
he if he really wanted to, he could just took them out of their hands because they really
So I
don't.
mean that would be a fantastic sketch where they're trying to have a lightsaber fight, but the Sith won't let him fight because he keeps pushing the buttons to turn on him off. What the?
That would be hilarious.
Then they push the button and he can't fight either. Like what the?
I'm not gonna lie, like that would have been funny. That would have been funny if
Would have been.
that happened.
Would have been. So they. Oh gosh, what else? Oh my gosh, there's just
Well, they kill you.
so. Well, so what's her name has to leave because Master Saul, after everybody's dead. This is what I found odd too. He's like fighting him, and then they stop and talk a little bit, and then all of a sudden it cuts over to May with the Padawan who's like subduing May, and then the Sith Lord appears. It's like, wait a minute, wasn't he with Master Saul? What did he just say? I'm done fighting you, buddy, and he leave? Did
Yeah,
I
he
miss
didn't.
something there?
He,
Because
no,
there's
he
one
just kept
scene
disappearing.
he stopped, then he disappeared. He went over there.
Yeah.
And by this time, Saul said, "Get Osha out of here," and Yord has to take Osha. How come the
No, no,
Padawan
no, no,
wasn't?
no, no.
How
He
come the
didn't say take.
Padawan wasn't
He
taking
didn't say
Osha?
take Osha out of here.
He
He just
said,
said
"Take civilian."
take civilian out of here.
How come the Padawan didn't take the civilian away? Why did Master Yord do it? Have we been punked and the Padawan is actually a Master Jedi?
No, the Padawan. Oh, that was Jedi Knight Yor. Yor was the one that he said take. the Padawan that was trying to handcuff May.
Well, no, hold on a minute. I missed something I thought was odd too.
What?
So there's this fight happening outside of the Wookiee's hut,
Oh yeah.
and then all of a sudden May walks out of the hut after they're like gone somewhere, and then the Padawan is still standing there outside the hut. What happened? What'd I miss? And that's when she starts to try to cuff her and read her Miranda rights. That's
Yeah,
important.
that was. I didn't know Jedi's did that.
Yeah, so I mean they're space cops.
They're galactic peacekeepers.
No, they're cops.
Yeah.
I was waiting for the theme to come on. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when the Padawans come for you?
That's actually a Star Wars parody of that. Actually.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I've never seen that, so I'm happy that is actually a thing.
Yeah.
So what do you think she was doing? Hiding in the hut? What was the Padawan doing? Hiding over there so she didn't get killed, or
I would say yeah, because she was.
what happened? Because
was
all those guys are dead, and then May stands up and goes, "I'm gonna come out now."
Yeah, if you notice, May's like a little punk because she's running from everything.
She is, yes. Now, there's a couple of things I learned about lightsabers in this that I should have known.
Mm-hmm.
They are fantastic gardening tools. I should have known that.
Why are they fantastic gardening tools?
Did you see all the trees he chopped down?
Oh yeah, he
chopped down all them trees. You know, it came back to him. He called it back after it missed what it was supposed to hit. It's also a fantastic thing for trimming your hair.
Yeah, I was about to get to that.
To trim your hair. It's also a bug light, which the show has taught us. We should have known that.
Well, you know what? As you say the trimming of the hair, did you see how she did it? Like she got into a real crazy pose.
Yes.
Lift the lights. I thought she was about to kill herself.
I thought she was gonna, cut her head off too, and like the last seconds that her head was there, go, I didn't mean to cut my head off, and then die. That'd have been great.
Yeah, that would have been really special.
Oh, but all of that. So, and this other bit. Oh gosh, it's hurting. It hurts. So when the little Padawan gets killed, does the Padawan get killed before Yord?
Yes.
Okay, so the Padawan gets killed because this Sith Lord has a lightsaber within his lightsaber.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can see that. I mean, I can't argue that. I
can. That was stupid.
I mean, it's kind of like Darth Maul revealing that he had a double lightsaber.
Darth Maul had a double lightsaber.
Yeah.
Which was way cooler than this stupid ass thing.
Yeah. It was.
And this Sith Lord is so powerful. Why is he fighting them for anyway? Why doesn't he float up into the trees and squeeze their brains? I mean, they made this guy so powerful that he should be able to float above the trees, stare down at the Jedi, and crush their brains.
He could have used Force Lightning.
Could have used Force Lightning. Instead he wanted to do some gardening.
Oh, someone said that that he made Palpatine look very bad fighting 6 Jedi without being scathed.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, so Yord gets in the fight. They come back because this fantastic scene where she's like, Osha says, we have to go back, and they finally go back. And Yord gets his neck broken.
Yeah, he gets it broken, all right.
The comic relief got killed.
Yeah, the guy that said it, Anakin blew up the Death Star, died.
The comic relief is dead. I mean, how are we supposed to know?
Yeah,
I mean, he died with creases in his robe, so
yeah,
I don't know. Now, this other stuff I thought was a little No, I didn't really think anything was good about this. I'm not going to say that I thought it was good, but it was just the Sith Lord guys like
Thought it was
I
good.
just I just want to live. I just want to be and use my power the way I want to use my power, but you Jedi won't let me. You won't let me live.
You know what I thought he was gonna say, Joe?
What?
I thought he was gonna say Soul was his father.
Yeah, I thought something like that was going to happen too, because it's like you've had some darkness in you, Saul. What did you do? Well, so far we don't know. We have no idea what he had done. And then when Saul went to attack him when he wasn't armed, he go, "Oh, you try to attack somebody who's unarmed, dude! You just killed all these Jedi. You're training someone else to be evil. I don't think that counts." I
I,
think Saul should have gone right over there, chopped his head off, and put it on a
well,
pike and
he was
taken
getting
it back to
ready to.
Coruscant.
He was getting
Huh?
ready to until OSHA said, "Soul."
Oh yeah, he was going to attack him. Yeah, I mean the silliness there with that silliness is one thing I didn't really like. I don't really like about Star Wars is if you've got the bad guy and the bad guy has done what this guy has done, and we don't know what else this guy has done, and this guy is as powerful as he is, you kill him. I personally don't see how that breaks Jedi code. You got the bad guy. You know what he's done. There is no question that he is the bad guy. You don't know if he has other weapons because you didn't really know he had a little lightsaber inside his lightsaber. He could have throwing knives or something.
The thing is,
Kill him.
The Jedi, they can, what do you call it? It's like what Anakin did in Attack of the Clones, when he killed all the all the Wookiees, all the Sand people.
Yeah.
You know that was one of the rules you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, but that was way different than this
Well,
scenario
yeah,
here.
well, yeah.
That
That
is
is,
incredibly different than
but
this scenario.
what justify what Soul could have done was, I mean, he could have cut his head off. It would have been justified.
It was absolutely. So he was, and Saul, and I still feel for that poor guy. The guy that's in this. That poor guy. His
Oh,
character is still badly written, but
I'm just tired. I'm just tired of the hoop ball, and it seemed like they're trying to stay in this High Republic area, and
yeah,
it's so
yeah.
stupid to me. And
Well,
oh, so they did you hear about the reason why they used Kamino Dooney?
no, no. Why did they use him?
Because they said Yoda said no. He
I
didn't want to
mean,
be in the show, so Yoda said no. That's what
well, we ought
right.
to be thankful that Yoda's not in it because they would have screwed him up too.
Oh, he'd be in it.
Um,
Trust and believe me, he'll pop up.
okay. Well, I do. Now we got to see how this. We got to say how this ended, where
At the end.
they put a light on the Sith Master's back, and the roly polies come down and pick him up.
That was the most dumbest crap ever.
Yeah. Now then May comes and stuns Master Saul as Master Saul was about to explain to Osha what had actually happened. And that's when she knocks out May also, right? And that's when she cuts her hair. Then Master Saul wakes up and thinks that May is Osha. And I'm just like, there's no way in hell he's going to think that's her because he's a master Jedi and he should be able to tell the difference between who is who.
Well, it's easy. She has a tattoo on her head.
He should be able, yeah, he should be able to sense that, even
Just
if
like
he, for
just like
some
how
reason, can't see that.
just like how
And
the Sith dude can't tell that Osha has a tattoo on her arm.
well, yeah, then he saw it there, and he was about to kill. He wanted to kill May, so
Oh,
I guess he's going to try and
he
train
can
Osha now because he came back. He
he can
killed the
heal.
roly polies like we thought he would.
No, he can heal.
He's got healing ability.
Yeah, he has race powers. See, he has race powers. Ray Palpatine. Because remember, Osha had a wound on her side, and if you watch, he waves his hands over it, and it slowly starts to heal back up.
All right, so this episode, it says it has a running time of 34 minutes. That's not true.
No, it's like 20 minutes.
It's about 25 minutes, maybe 28, and then the rest of those minutes are credits. So why are there credits that long for a crappy episode this short? I don't know. That's one of the mysteries of the Force. So,
I mean, definitely
Brandon,
when
we
you
have come
hire
to the
somebody,
episode at the end of this episode.
I don't know.
Are you still excited for the rest of the show?
No, no. Like, as soon as this is over, I'm
Yes.
boycotting. After this is over with, I'm not
Well,
buying no more Star Wars toys, no more Star Wars nothing. I'm done.
well, that sounds great. And I'm sure that Lucasfilm is excited about what they've done.
Yeah, they're trying to push for another season and then all this other crap. Yeah, they're proud. They don't care about us.
Are you trying to say that all you want to say is that they don't really care about us?
Yeah, I wish Michael Jackson was here.
Me too, Brandon. Me too.
Cause they
All
don't.
right, everybody. If you
They don't.
like what we're doing, Brandon, what should people do?
If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow us on iTunes, Spotify, and Rumble.
And don't worry, everybody. Some of you are out there going, "Why aren't you guys doing horror films?" Don't worry, we're gonna get back to horror. We just
Yeah, we
actually
need
did
to.
watch
Gotta
The
watch.
Exorcism that we're going to go talk about, and there is plenty more horror movies coming out this summer. We're gonna try and catch and see. So we will talk to you all next time.
Later, guys.